Well, hello again. So, did you all hear the latest news about the strategic oil reserve? It is at a 37-year low. Immediately, immediately after Donald Trump raised it to an all-time high, if I'm not mistaken. Funny how that's worked. Funny how the lack of oil that we've had, or the high price of oils, were going to be offset by using the reserves, which, by the way, didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was a pipe dream. It's a way for the Biden administration to essentially get rid of the reserves, and therefore, again, when a catastrophe or something comes along those reserves are needed, a war or a complete breakdown in supply chain, that we don't have it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear my baby in the background. She's eating right now. In any case, so yeah, that's not I told you so. Because I was talking about that when he first started releasing it. I'm sure a lot of other people did. But with that, the uh, we have the federal government going after an Amish farmer in Pennsylvania, Amos Miller, and have fined him $250,000, and then later on $300,000. At least to one article that I was reading, that was in order to pay the officers who were investigating him. Quite interesting. He was held in contempt of court specifically, and they're going after trying to shut down his farm because he has an organic farm that provides meat and vegetables to, primarily meat from what I understand, to 4,000 families. 4,000 families. The federal government is shutting this man down, destroying him economically because they're not getting theirs, and they don't approve of doing things the way that nature intended. Joe Salatin has run into this as well, and I can guarantee you that the industrial plants that they do these farming in the industrial farming system, which is, by the way, one of the 10 planks of communism, when they do that, those plants are far more dirty and cause far more outbreaks of E. coli and all kinds of other stuff than these organic farms, but yet they will be shut down. Why is that? Do you think that your government cares about you if they go after people who do such a thing? And that brings me to the idea of the Dutch farmers. We know they're shutting them down, and they're a huge portion of the global produce, right? Global farming, all that kind of stuff. So if that is the case, we're going to have a lot of people going hungry. Remember, Ukraine is the bread bowl of Europe, basically, of the part of the world, much like the Dutch farmers and the whole nitrogen thing and all that, right? They're shutting them down. Ukraine's different because, well, there's a war. But again, do you not see how these things are a little bit too coincidental? And perhaps it's not all completely planned, but look, man, there's some strategy going on here. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend that the Great Reset wasn't announced the other year. Let's not pretend that lockdowns were very early on known to be ineffective, yet we went through them for what, a year and a half or some nonsense, at least for a lot of people. But, excuse me, with the Dutch farmers, I saw a take from Jimmy Dore the other day. Now, I like Jimmy Dore. I think his politics are absolute crap, but I like that Jimmy Dore will be honest and call out the elitist scumbags, right? And he said, this is all just a scheme of a bunch of rich capitalists trying to enslave the people. Dude, these people aren't capitalists. You're a moron. Your ideology is collectivist, and so is theirs. They want to centralize all of the power, which makes everything weaker. Decentralization is the way to go. Now, you want to centralize in small local kind of communities, right? But you can't do it all yourself. So let's say you have a county or something like that. You want to kind of build up your local county to be sustainable, and maybe trade a few counties out in case there's a natural disaster that interrupts that. But see, that's not where you decentralize. This idea of global decentralization run by technocratic oligarchs is not going to be fruitful for anybody. And of course, Jimmy's take was, well, they're exploiting the climate change thing. They're exploiting the climate. No, you idiot. They're not exploiting the climate change thing. They created the climate change thing in the first place to exploit you. and you keep buying it like the fool that you are. You're a pathetic synthetic. That's what you are. Yeah? Yeah. Hold on. Let me pause this. I have returned. So, my daughter was out of food. So, but yeah, I mean, like that. People who are buying this, that they must give up all this energy in their lives and everything must be destroyed, they are a pathetic synthetic. They've been synthesized totally. Their brains have been totally warped. They're not using logic. They're not thinking. They're not sussing this out. The summation of the climate crisis is a lot of people need to die now, so less die in the future. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like human sacrifice to me. A lot of people, a lot, have to die now for some potential population in the future so that not more people die in the future. This is this is human sacrifice literally to the god of nature. And you should really consider that when we talk about all of these things, because everything is religious in nature in the end. But hey, that's all I have for today, folks. This has been All Minus One. My name is Bill, and I wish you all well.